Picture this. It's summer 2019. You've just graduated high school, and you're waiting for college to start. You've saved up a bit of spending money, but you want to save that money for anything you'll need for college.
Then, out of the blue, your friend messages you about something cool he found online.
Hey, there's this thing I haven't seen since I was a kid called the Pokémon Snap Station, and it's selling on Facebook Marketplace. Would you be interested?
Did you hear that? That was the sound of money evaporating from my bank account. You remember Pokemon Snap, right? I don't. I wasn't even a sperm cell on my dad's balls when the game released in America in June 1999. But that doesn't mean I didn't play it. I got my copy over a decade after it initially released, and I loved it. It's such a fun and relaxing game. This little cartridge has so many fond memories on it. Like all these shitty pictures I took as a kid that I thought were funny. I just wished I could print them out. There is this screen you can use to arrange 4 of your photos, but it seemingly serves no function. Or does it? Alright, cut the meme music. As it turns out, you actually can print out your Pokemon Snap photos, as well as any photos you took in Pokemon Stadium, for the 2 of you who knew that mode existed. And you print those photos out with one of these beautiful things, a Pokemon Snap Station. First seen in 1999, found a Blockbuster Video in the US, Lawson's Convenience in Japan, and Toys R Us locations in the land down under, this fun little doohickey was made so players could print out the photos they took in-game onto little sticker sheets for the low price of $3 per print. So let's take a look at the Pokemon Snap Station, find out how it works, use it for its intended purpose, and maybe, just maybe, we'll do some dumb shit. Let's fucking go! So this is the Pokemon Snap Station. Ain't it beautiful? My unit isn't 100% complete. I'm missing some bits and bobs that attach to the side, but it's still in great condition. It's got that old school Pokemon look, with the Gen 1 stock arts on the side and around the TV, the cool yellow and blue color scheme. It's even got some Pokemon Stadium promo pre-renders on it. Look at this Charizard, he's so scaly. Not quite as scaly as he was in Detective Pikachu, but I digress.
Hey Tim, I don't float.
Blastoise is also here, right next to the big old sticker proclaiming that yes, you can indeed rent Pokemon Stadium at your local Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster Video, wow, what a difference!
This isn't the only art to ever adorn a Snap Station. Earlier versions lacked the Pokemon Stadium branding, instead featuring the Snap Station logo along with some stock art of Pikachu on the front. Now does this mean that there are 2 separate releases of the Pokemon Snap Station that exist? Probably not. Instead, it appears the Pokemon Stadium art is just a sticker slapped on top of the pre-existing art of the machine. Nintendo probably just sent out artwork and copies of Pokemon Stadium to all participating blockbusters to update the machine with. I can't find much on if this is really the case, but there does seem to be a ring around the button on my unit, which indicates a misaligned sticker, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Speaking of this big red button, there's other stuff to talk about here besides the artwork, so let's talk about that. First off, we have the controller. It's just a standard yellow N64 controller attached to the kiosk by an arm very similar to other N64 demo stations. I kinda wish the kiosk used the Pokemon branded N64 controller, with the yellow and blue controller shell mixed together, but the yellow controller against the blue body still looks pretty cool. And when I first got this thing, the controller wasn't in the best shape. The analog stick was flopping around even more than it does now, and the controller was shiny from years and years of hand oils. Despite the analog stick being loosed, there was strangely a lot of resistance trying to move it. So I removed the controller from the kiosk and cleaned it up. I cleaned it as best I can, and I like to think it ended up pretty well. It works, and now I can play the Pokemon Stadium demo on this thing without having to worry about crunchy analog sticks.
Play Pokemon Stadium with a D-pad, you dingus, I'm unsubscribed.
Or I can play it for a bit at least. The available modes are limited, and there's a timer on the kiosk that resets the game after a while of playing, so don't plan on unlocking Mewtwo on all these things. Right above the controller we see this little slot. What could it be? Well, this is where our prints come out. But how do we print out our pictures? It's simple. First, you go up to the counter and buy one of these little cards for about $3. There were 5 cards in total, featuring Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, Jigglypuff, and last but not least, especially in the eyes of the Pokemon Company, Pikachu. These cards serve 2 purposes. Firstly, they let you print out pictures from the Snap Station, but more importantly, they remind you to catch new episodes of Pokemon only on Kids WB. Once you put in your card, it's time to insert your copy of Pokemon Snap into this cartridge slot over here. Check this out. I'm gonna put in DK64 instead of Pokemon Snap. This is gonna be epic! Wow, that actually worked? This is weird, to say the least. I could have sworn the kiosk only had a small number of whitelisted games that I can play from the external cartridge slot, those being Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium. But it seems like the lockout isn't working on my unit. Well, this thing was only supposed to be active for a year or so. It wouldn't surprise me if some of the components were starting to fail. I'll be sure to fix that a bit later. For now, let's just get Donkey Kong out of here and put Pokemon Snap back in. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, right? As soon as you put in the game, the kiosk resets and boots up into the game you just put in. Congratulations! You now have 15 minutes till your imminent death. Otherwise known as the kiosk resetting itself. Now all you gotta do is select Gallery from the main menu, pick the 4 pictures you want to print out, and click the print button. Photos are printed out in this little slot over here. It's kind of a slow printer. Notice how the photos move forward, then double back a few times. What's happening here is that the ink ribbon is made of 3 different colors, red, yellow, and blue. I would have thought it would have been yellow, magenta, and cyan, but not in this case. As the picture goes forward, 1 layer is applied. It then gets doubled back so another layer can be applied. After 3 passes, your picture is done. It's time to exit the Blockbuster. Don't worry, you can come back. Blockbuster will always be here. Well, they will if you live in Oregon. This is neat and all, but what do you say we take a look inside of this puppy?
That's the spice.
Nah, don't worry. We don't need to destroy collectible legacy rare electronics to take a look at what's inside of it. We just need this key, with this cute little Pikachu keychain on it. Well, I call it little, but it's absolutely massive. At least this means you won't have to worry about losing it. And if you do manage to lose it, don't worry. You can buy a new one on eBay for only $800.
Oh, holy shit!
So just insert your priceless historical artifact into the artifact receptacle device, twist, and open this door, and watch the magic happen. It's beautiful. All this technology packed so close together. These custom PCBs for the N64 cartridge, this Nintendo branded printer, this mysterious dongle and the 4th controller port on the N64, all neatly tied together in a Pokemon blue metal frame.
But I'm not done yet!
If you call right now, you can get some sick sliding tray action for absolutely free. Alright, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's cover one thing at a time. I guess we'll start with the TV. It's just a small mid-90s Samsung CRT, nothing too special about it. I wish I could tell you more about it, like what model number it is or what inputs it has, but it's currently bolted to the metal mid-frame, and I'm too lazy to unbolt it and unhook it for this video. But I'm gonna have to do that eventually, whenever it inevitably craps out. Somehow the camera didn't pick this up, but there are some weird diagonal lines going across the screen. I can see it in person, and something tells me the CRT won't last that long, so I'm gonna have to replace it eventually. Right below the CRT we have the real star of the show, the printer, a Nintendo NT300. While I would have loved it if this printer worked in a similar way to the Game Boy printer, you know, where games have certain stuff they can print out and you can just connect it to any console. That's sadly not the case. In reality, this is just a modified Panasonic NV MHX300C printer with a custom firmware attached. Some people online have managed to use this as a printer for Windows XP, and have even modified it to use other paper and ink cartridges. That's honestly pretty cool, but without modification, this printer can only use SnapStation specific ink ribbons and sticker sheets. If it runs out of ink or paper, or if there's some sort of weird printer error, this red light on top of the kiosk flashes to alert the Blockbuster's employees that it's time to refill it. And if that red light wasn't enough, don't worry, there's also an on-screen message telling customers to contact the store employee to fix the issue. But wait, how's this text here? We're looking at the N64 video output, right? True, we are seeing the N64 video output onto the TV, but the N64 itself is actually plugged into the printer, and then the printer is plugged into the TV. When we pressed the print button earlier, I'm sure you noticed how this weird white screen appeared, which was then filled up with all the pictures we selected. Well, that was the printer saving those photos into temporary memory before printing them out. Now, I want to direct your attention to the internals again. Notice that blue metal bar that goes over the printer? Well, there's a screw holding that. If we unscrew it, we get to see this beautiful sight.
Those are just fucking buttons.
Well, yeah, but these buttons can do some really cool things. See this one here? This button saves into memory whatever the N64 is displaying, and that print button next to it does exactly what you think it'd do. Using these buttons, we can print out pictures from either of the supported games without the need for a card. Why stop there? That mysterious dongle in the fourth controller port? It actually controls the lockout and what games this can run internally. So by unplugging that with a bit of clever cartridge swapping, we can print out pictures from any N64 game. Any N64 game. So let's have some fun with this. Grab a stack of games, it's time to start getting some screen caps. Alright, we got our screen caps. Now we just gotta press the print button and print them out. Oh man, this is so cool! I can't wait to put these stickers on the arcade machine. Wait.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
No! Come on, dude! Of all the times to run out of ink. Let me just go on eBay and buy some more. It can't be that bad, right? Yeah, no, I'm good without refilling this ink for a while. The unfortunate truth of promotional items this old is that they were never meant to last this long. Sure, you can say the same thing about retro game consoles, but with those there are enough systems out there that third-party parts and mods are still cheap and accessible. But with the SnapStation, all that's out there now is all that will ever be out there. And unless someone manages to make new ink and paper sheets for this thing, this single eBay listing is my only source of refills. It's a shame it ran out of ink when it did, because if this sticker sheet actually printed, it would have been well worth spending $3 on at Blockbuster Video.
Wow, what a difference!
So, yeah, that's the Pokemon SnapStation. New Pokemon Snap on Switch has something similar, with this cute little Pikachu Fujifilm printer. But it just doesn't capture that same magic the SnapStation had, you know? It has that perfect mix of retro appeal and genuine mystery that makes this, quite possibly, the favorite thing I own in my collection. In any case, this has been Jesse's Game Room, and I'll see you on the flip side. Goodbye. Alright, that looks good. I think I'm about done editing this thing. It took long enough. Time to go upload it. Actually, I wonder how my channel's doing. I haven't checked my subscribers in a while. Let's see. Alright, subscriber 100. Rex! Rex, who's the coolest dog?
How do I get people to subscribe?